Because we find no reason for guidelines to be issued, nor a peer review or a magisterial scrutiny before summons is issued. But we have tried to harmonize the evidentiary review rule with the procedural rule, and we issue the following directions. Section 132 is a privilege conferred on the client, obliging an advocate not to disclose any professional communications made in confidence, which privilege in the absence of the client can be invoked by the advocate on behalf of the client. The investigating officers in a criminal case or a station house officer conducting a preliminary inquiry in a cognizable offence shall not issue a summons to an advocate who represents the accused to know the details of the case, unless it is covered under any of the exceptions under Section 132. When a summons is so issued to an advocate under any of the exceptions, it shall explicitly specify the facts on which the exception is sought to be relied upon, which shall also be with the consent of the superior officer not below the rank of a superintendent of police, who shall record his satisfaction as to the exception in writing before the summons is issued. A summons so issued shall be subject to judicial review at the instance of the advocate or the client under Section 528 of the BNSS. The advocate on whom there is an obligation of non-disclosure as per Section 132 of the BSA shall be one who is engaged in a litigation or in a non-litigious or a pre-litigation matter. Production of documents in the possession of the advocate or the client will not be covered under the privilege conferred by Section 132, either in a civil case or a criminal case. In a criminal case, the production of a document directed by a court or an officer shall be complied with by production before the court under Section 94 of the BNSS, being regulated also by Section 165 of the BSA. In a civil case, the production of a document shall be regulated by Section 165 of BSA and Order 16, Rule 7 of the Civil Procedure Code. On production of such document, it shall be upon the court to decide on any objection filed with respect to the order to produce and the admissibility of the document after hearing the advocate and the party whom the advocate represents. The production of a digital device under Section 94 of the BNSS, if directed by an investigating officer, the direction shall only be to produce it before the jurisdictional court. On production of the digital device by the advocate before the court shall issue notice to the party with respect to whom the details are sought to be discovered from the digital device, and hear the party and the advocate on any objection regarding the production of the digital device, discovery from it, and the admissibility of that discovered. If the objections are overruled by the court, then the digital device shall be opened only in the presence of the party and the advocate, who will be enabled due assistance of a person with expertise in digital technology of their choice. While examining the digital device, care shall be taken by the court not to impair the confidentiality with respect to the other clients of the advocate, and the discovery shall be confined to that sought by the investigating officer if it is found to be permissible and admissible. In-house counsel will not be entitled to the privilege under Section 132 since they are not advocates practicing in courts as spoken of in the BSA. The in-house counsel, however, would be entitled to the protection under Section 134 insofar as any communication made to the legal advisor of his employer, which, however, cannot be claimed for the communications between the employer and the in-house counsel. With the above directions, we dispose of the suo motu case, setting aside the summons issued in the SLP and cautioning gallant investigating officers from transgressing impulsively the privilege under Section 132, which could result in violating the statutory provision and, more importantly, result in the infringement of the fundamental rights guaranteed to the person whom the advocate represents by the Constitution.
Greatly obliged, my lord.
It
We
will-
also
Great,
First of the bar, greatly
Yes,
obliged, Lord. It
yes.
will go a long way.
speed in which
Try to balance it.
yes, and the speed in which my lords took so motu action, we have obliged.
We are grateful to all
Great
of you for
detailed
your
judgment, my lord.
valuable assistance.
Right.
It will go a long way, my Lord, in protecting the members of the bar.
Don't read the first sentence and blame us.
Please allow.
Obliged.